Here in the northeast, people suffer some of England's worst poverty rates, Newcastle falling victim to the highest percentage of child poverty at nearly 43%, with certain areas going upwards of 50%, living at an even higher risk of homelessness. Now, telling you those stats may be a bit shocking to hear, but what do those numbers actually mean?
They mean that almost half of the students at Kenton School in Newcastle come from households living below the poverty line. It means half of them may turn up every morning without brushing their teeth or eating breakfast. It means people have to survive each day of their lives without the essentials we in this room constantly take for granted.
Worst of all, the financial struggles and stress endured by these families living below the poverty line often result in their children attaining lower educational achievements, therefore increasing their risk of ending up with the same financial struggles as their parents, keeping them locked into a generational cycle of poverty.
This was our opportunity, and with entrepreneurial leadership, we took it upon ourselves to take action, creating innovative solutions to intercept these vicious social cycles. Both of our projects, the Hygienies and Give Change Make Change, focus on assisting those suffering from high poverty rates and the subsequent inaccessibility to common necessities, all while tackling the different social stigmas affecting each beneficiary group.
On top of the financial stresses that affect these kids' education, the World Bank estimates that girls in the UK miss 10 to 20% of school days due to their inaccessibility to sanitary products, as well as the stigma and bullying around getting a period. This is where our first project, the Hygienies, steps in.
Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Why are four guys trying to tell me about the issues surrounding period poverty and poor menstrual health? Well, that alone is an indication of the existing stigma. Speaking about it is the only way to shatter the social awkwardness surrounding the topic.
In 2020, 84% of women worldwide said they only talk openly about menstrual health and hygiene with those they are close to, and 6% said they don't talk about it at all. Cultural norms, stigma, and taboos surrounding menstruation create further barriers to achieving good menstrual health. The social determinants of health and gender inequality act as key drivers of period poverty across the globe.
With the United Nations now declaring period poverty as a public health, gender inequality, a human rights issue, this is no longer just a recurring issue faced by women. This is a global issue that we all need to tackle together, regardless of one's sex or gender. In addition to this, UNICEF estimates that 500 million people don't have the access to resources they need to manage a period in a dignified way. It's now considered a common occurrence for people to miss school or work, or worse, use an unsafe and potentially damaging substitution. So, how are we going to address this?
The Hygienies project has two main goals. Firstly, we aim to increase the accessibility to feminine hygiene products for people who struggle to acquire sanitary products coming from disadvantaged backgrounds. Secondly, we want to provide valuable and inclusive education about the period poverty crisis and the issues surrounding it for everyone.
Our main intervention utilizes the buy one, donate one business model to provide security in terms of its financial sustainability. For each box of feminine hygiene products we sell, the profits cover the cost of another box that is then donated to a beneficiary. We previously partnered with a local charity called West End Women and Girls to access their existing network of women and girls that come to them for support, to whom we could then donate these boxes to.
Over the past year, we've been able to further develop this model with the new project plans to include more sustainable revenue streams, channeled through the development of our website, on which we're going to provide three different product options. Our standard box, containing a supply of feminine hygiene products, a subscription box with customization of both product quantity and frequency of delivery, and the optional additional amenities to improve our customers' experience. All three options make enough profit to cover the costs of a donated box, and the excess profits made from amenities such as herbal tea, soaps, or chocolates are reinvested into the project so we can sell and donate more for less.
Instead of selling these boxes via Northumbria Student Union, we hope our new e-commerce webpage and subscription availability will boost sales for our now expanding market reach, in turn boosting our ability to create consistent, positive impact. But other than the e-commerce store and subscription service, what's innovative about the Hygienies in comparison to any other period poverty projects or the likes of Hey Girls?
Firstly, the Hygienies take pride in the exclusive use of sustainable sanitary products and packaging, encouraging people to buy eco-friendly products. or even reusable alternatives, as the average person will use more than 11,000 pads or tampons in their life, each of which has a decomposition cycle of 500 to 800 years. Most importantly, we prioritize our customers' experience through the service, in terms of the amenities we provide and avoiding social anxiety buying these products in a shop.
This development is not exclusive to women. Its true innovation stems from its design as an inclusive measure for transgender men as they face their own unique stigmas around period products, as well as reaching out to single or gay fathers who may have to supply their daughters with the correct information and products to maintain good menstrual health, which they'd otherwise lack. We are reducing the effects of previous social gender inequalities rooted into period poverty.
By achieving these aims, we will be promoting responsible consumption and production of sanitary products, doing our bit in tackling the climate crisis and providing better health and sanitation via female hygiene products to those who would have struggled to acquire such essentials otherwise. However, there are many more people out there in need of similar support.
I get chucked food.
You need
all
housing.
day. I need housing. I need a mobile phone. I need set essentials. I need a towel. I need a toothbrush. I need toothpaste. I need some toilet roll. I need a flannel to wash my face. I need, essentials. Don't buy me a McDonald's. I want a McDonald's. I do not want a McDonald's.
That was Andy. He's only 21 years old and had been sleeping rough for just 3 weeks in order to escape his dad's alcoholism. He was already having suicidal thoughts and experienced more pain and suffering than any young adult ever should. As of December 2021, Shelter published that there are more than 274,000 people who are homeless in England right now, including 126,000 children. Yet we can only see the 2,440 sleeping rough that night.
Wandering the city streets aimlessly, because they've got no more sofas to serve, no more favors from friends, no one and nothing left to turn to other than their concrete mattresses. This is not just a tragic story. This is everyday life for people all over the world.
Now take a second to think. Think about how many times you've walked past someone, like Andy, begging on the street. How many times have you ignored them because you had no time? You had no change to give them, or because you just couldn't trust what they would have spent that money on? Because I know I certainly have.
Sadly, ignoring them would have been one of the more pleasant interactions that they experienced that day. Unfortunately, many walk by and verbally abuse or spit and often attack the vulnerable humans that they see lying before them.
Now, here's the important one. How many of those times have you felt a deep, heart-wrenching guilt as you make eye contact, or as you walk away because you know that deep down you want to help, but you just don't know how?
That feeling is the core to our team's mutual passion to address this issue, to support them on their journey out of homelessness and help the public to trust and support them again.
Introducing our second project, Give Change, Make Change.
Our project is made up of two main interventions. The first is our in-store donation system. Items are picked up, paid for, and then welcomed into our donation bin by customers as they leave the shop, creating that way a sustainable flow of impact as we donate these products to partnered homeless charities. However, the true innovation is the relationship we build between the charity and the store, establishing partnerships with Simply Fresh, a store on Northumbria's campus, and the People's Kitchen, communicating the needs of the homeless people that visit, so only items that are genuinely needed that week or month are donated. In turn, we create a connection from the beneficiary straight to the customer, improving the public's recognition of essential products instead of constantly assuming their needs.
We can highlight the products from this beneficiary wish list in a number of ways, including product stickers or shelf tags. We are constantly developing different ways to make it as easy as possible for Simply Fresh customers to walk into the shop and make a genuine impact on someone's life with just one purchase. We want to fully utilize other shops that don't necessarily sell the right sort of products, like the Greenhouse, our student union cafe. So we set up an alternative by collecting donations and selling 2, 3, or £5 bags full of different essentials so that they can be picked up, purchased, and donated at the checkout.
As we near a completely cashless society, our second intervention, Contactless Change, addresses the lack of cash and opportunities to donate to the homeless. Currently under a trial run, we are distributing contactless methods of donations, such as QR codes that will navigate you to a donation page and card readers which will accept a fixed £1 donation. We know that this idea isn't fail-safe, as we're aware of the public's questionable perception, cautious of being scammed and charged more than the promised £1.
But we don't disregard the solution in the pursuit of perfection, because there will always be some barrier between a member of the public and someone sleeping rough. Instead, we innovated and developed the project further to improve the trust between the two parties.
Using our Enactus Northumbria website, we want to create a personal profile for each homeless beneficiary we work with, giving them an outlet to share their story and for benefactors to follow their donation and see how it has helped someone. We hope this idea can rehumanize our beneficiaries and dissolve stigma as people come to recognize the faces of the homeless in their local area.
These project interventions are designed to put an end to the social barriers we found. We saw the guilt of strangers and the isolation of rough sleepers. From the video of Andy alone, we can see the frustration of wasted donations. But we also know the public is trying and wants to help, and now they can. With both interventions working together, as more and more essentials are provided by our in-store donation system, the contactless donations can be then used for their own personal use, for things only they would know they need, such as a haircut, a bus ticket, or even shelter. Even though we are still in the early stages of Give Change, Make Change, we have a vision to expand these ideas outside of the university campus and make positive change across the whole of Newcastle.
This is not just innovation.
This is collaboration.
We are inspiring others
whilst growing ourselves.
We are
Enactus
Northumbria.
Northumbria.